Hello everyone, and happy Easter. It's Valerie from WonderFil, and today we're going to show you a fun and easy way to add some spring cheer to your house. This is a handy little pot holder, small and fun and all about Easter. So here's what you will need. You're going to create a pattern in an egg shape in a size big enough for your hand to fit within. Then you're going to cut out 2 pieces of your outer fabric in that shape, 1 piece of batting, and 1 piece of the inner fabric. For our project, we chose a contrasting inner fabric. With one of the outer fabric pieces, fold it in half horizontally and then trim it so it is the shape of the upper half of the egg. We want to have some fun embellishing this to make it look like a fun Easter egg. For this project, we have chosen a 12-weight rayon with a bit of sparkle in it called GlaMore. This is light enough to go through your sewing machine needle and will add a real punch to your project. We're going to pair this with an 80-weight bobbin called Deco Bob. The 80 weight will pair beautifully with the heavier top thread, so your stitches are perfect. You're going to want to add some tearaway stabilizer underneath your stitching lines to keep the fabric from puckering up. When you're working with a heavier 12-weight thread, you're going to want to have a larger eye in your sewing machine needle. Here, I'm going to be using a 90-14 top stitch needle. Next, you're going to want to mark your fabric pieces. On the upper egg half, mark your horizontal line and move up from there. You can choose your own design. For this design, I chose to make lines ½ inch apart and then have my design lines 1 inch apart, but it's up to you. Lay the top half on the bottom half so you can measure from there, and then continue to mark your lines on the bottom half of the egg. I'm going to load my sewing machine with the GlaMore and the Deco Bob bobbin in the bottom. I'm going to pick a nice decorative stitch that has an Easter feel to it. Make sure you choose a design that's open enough and not too dense, as the 12-weight thread in a satin stitch will be fairly heavy. I'm going to stitch several decorative lines, and I will be adding some decorative stitching in between. Have fun and play with your sewing machine's decorative stitches. I'm only going to be stitching through 1 layer of the doubled top piece. After I'm done the top piece, I'll move on to the bottom piece and continue with some more fun decorative lines. I'm now going to move to my iron. I will press the top piece in half along my marked horizontal line and then lay it on my bottom piece and give it a good press so my stitches sink in and stay nice and flat. Now we're ready to start assembling our oven mitt. I'm going to place the folded top half of the egg on top of the bottom half of the egg. Then I'm going to place the batting on the wrong side of the fabric of the under piece. I will sandwich these right sides together with the bottom half of the egg. Now I will pin it all together, making sure I catch all of the layers. I'm going to make sure that I leave an opening around 2 inches long so that I can turn my egg through that opening once the stitching is done. After you're done stitching, make sure again that you have caught all your layers. When your stitching is done, reach inside and turn your egg right side out. You will see that at the top half there's a little pocket for your hand to fit in, and the bottom half has a layer of batting to protect you from the heat of the pot. Now your machine sewing is done. I'm going to take my piece to the ironing board again and give it a good press all around the edges, making sure to tuck in the edges of the opening where I turned my oven mitt. After that's all pressed and neat, I'm going to do a small bit of hand stitching to close that opening, and my project is done. So there you have it. In under an hour, you have a fun little pot holder to add some spring into your house. And if you have a waiter or waitress in your family, what a fun little gift this is for them. So make sure to give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe below for more great tips and tutorials. Or leave a comment and let us know what you'd like to see next. We'll see you all next time.